Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. It's wild, but thousands of debit cards get declined every single day for one simple reason: they were just never properly activated. Getting a shiny new piece of plastic or metal in the mail is super exciting, but let's be honest, that activation process can sometimes feel like an annoying administrative hurdle. Well, today, we're going to demystify the whole thing step by step so you can get your new Navy Federal card up, running, and totally secure without breaking a sweat. Picture this. You're standing at the checkout counter, right? There's a whole line of impatient people tapping their feet behind you, only to realize your brand new debit card is getting declined because it isn't actually active yet. Talk about awkward. Or maybe you've been wondering what the absolute fastest way is to get a replacement card working after you've lost one. We're going to tackle all of those needs today, because getting this right on the very first try has massive real-world value. Here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with an introduction to Navy Federal debit cards, look at the prerequisites for activation, go over the step-by-step activation process, hit some troubleshooting tips, cover essential security tips, and finally, check out some additional features.
All right, jumping into part 1, Introduction to Navy Federal debit cards.
So how you actually get your card totally dictates your next move. Navy Federal gives you two main ways to get your hands on a new card, and surprisingly, one of them doesn't even require any activation on your end. If you just walk into a physical branch, the representative can issue a card instantly. It's completely pre-activated and ready to use before you even walk out the door. But if you request a card online or over the phone, it ships out via first-class mail. Now, to prevent mail theft, those arrive completely inactive. So if you are staring at a card you just pulled out of your mailbox, you've got a little bit of quick work to do.
Moving right along to part 2, prerequisites for activation.
Before we hit the go button, you're going to need to gather a few specific things depending on how you want to activate. And a minimum, obviously, have your physical card right in front of you so you can read that 3-digit CVV on the back. If you're going the digital route, make sure you know your online banking login. Prefer to make a phone call? You'll need your access number or the last 4 digits of your social security number, plus your telephone password. And hey, if you're heading to an ATM, you're going to need your PIN. Just a heads up, Navy Federal actually mails that PIN separately from your card for your own security.
Okay, let's get into part 3, the step-by-step activation process.
Navy Federal has built an incredibly flexible setup here. Whether you're a mobile app fan, you like using the website, you want to call in, or you just prefer walking up to a physical ATM, you have completely free 24/7 access to get your card live. No activation fees and absolutely no waiting around for traditional banking hours. If you want the absolute fastest route, going digital is 100% where it's at. Using the Navy Federal mobile app or website is a super seamless 4-step process. Just sign in, tap cards up in the navigation bar, select your brand new inactive card, and hit Activate New Card. The system is just going to prompt you for that 3-digit security code on the back. Boom. You hit Submit, a real-time update happens, and your card is instantly live. Literally takes just a few seconds.
Or, if you already have your PIN handy, you can actually activate your card just by using a Navy Federal ATM. You just insert the unactivated card, punch in your PIN, and do any basic transaction, like checking your balance or pulling out $20. That action instantly triggers their system to flip your card status to active. It's a fantastic 2-for-1 if you needed cash anyway.
Let's pivot to part 4, troubleshooting tips. Now here is a massive insider tip you absolutely need to pay attention to. The standard automated activation number printed on a lot of materials is an 800 number. But get this, that exact same number is also registered to Navy Federal's Debt Collections Division. So if you happen to have a delinquent balance or some outstanding liability, calling that 800 number might accidentally route you straight into the collections queue instead of activating your card. Definitely not what you want. To totally bypass this glitch, just call the main 24/7 member services line at 1-888-842-6328. Verify your identity, use the prompts, and get it activated with zero awkward detours. Here's another super common hiccup to watch out for. When you're activating online, the system is probably going to ask for a 2-step verification code to prove it's really you. If your phone number or email address isn't up to date in your Navy Federal profile, you're going to be stuck waiting for a code that is literally never going to arrive, which totally stalls out your activation. Always double-check your profile info before you start. All right, part 5, security tips. First things first, you can totally breathe easy knowing you're protected by Navy Federal's zero liability policy. This simply means that if your card information is somehow compromised, you won't lose a single cent to any confirmed unauthorized transactions. Whether a thief tries using your card online, over the phone, or at a store, Navy Federal has your back. But hey, what if you just misplace your card? We have literally all been there. You can't find your wallet, and that sheer panic sets in. Well, don't panic, and definitely don't rush to cancel the card immediately. Just open up the Navy Federal app and hit the freeze card toggle. That instantly puts a block on all new transactions. When you inevitably find the card hiding under your couch cushions an hour later, you just toggle it back to unfreeze and it works perfectly again. So easy.
To be truly proactive, right after you activate, take like 2 minutes to set up multi-channel alerts. You can configure push notifications on your phone or SMS text alerts for things like low balances or even every single time a transaction happens. Getting a text message the absolute second your card is swiped is pretty much the best way to spot unauthorized transactions early so you can freeze your account.
Finally, Part 6, Additional Features. If you haven't done it yet, definitely grab the Navy Federal mobile app. Once you're in there, you can instantly add your newly activated card to your digital wallet, whether you use Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay. Using a digital wallet means your actual card number is never shared with the merchant, which is incredibly secure. Plus, it means you can just leave your physical wallet at home entirely.
Also, your new physical card is packed with contactless technology for super speedy checkouts. Just look for that little contactless symbol to tap and pay. Oh, and here's a brilliant little everyday hack. If you need physical cash, select Debit and ask for cash back at participating retail registers, like when you're at the grocery store. It completely saves you an extra trip to the ATM.
Now, one quick heads up about fees. Navy Federal is generally awesome about keeping costs low, but if you're traveling overseas, just be aware of the International Service Assessment, or ISA fee. Basically, point-of-sale purchases and non-Navy Federal ATM withdrawals in foreign countries will get hit with a 1% fee per transaction to cover currency conversion. Just something you'll want to factor into that travel budget.
Before we wrap things up, just a quick bit of housekeeping. Keep in mind that all this info is based on current Navy Federal processes as of our production date. This explainer does not constitute financial advice, and you should definitely contact Navy Federal directly to verify details or get personalized assistance if you run into any account issues.
So, we've covered the quick setup, the troubleshooting bypasses, and locking down your security. Your wallet is officially upgraded, digital, and totally secure. I really want to hear from you guys in the comments. Now that the friction of activation is out of the way, where is the very first place your new Navy Federal card is going to take you? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay secure out there, and I'll catch you next time.